where the longhorn cattle feed on the lowly Timpson weed. I'm back in the saddle again.
It's nice to reminisce about the good old days.
Yeah, I go my way, back in the saddle again.
Cowboy singer Gene Autry was the first entertainer ever at the Livestock Show and Rodeo in Houston back in 1942. Wonder what he'd think about what they're doing today. The Livestock Show is more popular than ever, and they're filthy rich. Look at their last tax return, $276 million in assets, more than $250 million. Those expensive concert tickets you buy, well, they help pay for the $600,000 a year plus compensation of the boss of this 3-week-long agricultural party. The rodeo financially benefits from the donated time of 36,000 volunteers.
You are contributing to the show, fulfilling its agricultural mission, as well as the education of thousands of Texas youth.
They boast about their scholarships for kids, and they should. But did you know that Charity Rodeo gives less than 15% of all the money they make to charity? Want to take a closer look at where the money really goes? Get ready, the sacred cow turns into a big bad bully.
When they put up this much of a fight to prevent you from seeing something, you have to understand that that's only because they really don't want you to see it.
For a year, Dolcefino Consulting has been under legal assault by the rodeo and their high-priced lawyers from Vincent and Elkins. If they get away with what they're doing, the public right to know will be the loser. Using state charity law, we've been asking to see rodeo key financial records, the millions they invest out of America, the money being made by members of the rodeo board. We even tried to find out whether the rodeo gives its lucrative carnival contract to a company that gives the most money back for the kids. Ray Kamek Shows has had the deal for decades. What's the big secret? How dare us? We asked to see minutes of the rodeo meetings. The nerve of us. After the rodeo told us to bug off, we filed a criminal complaint. The rodeo then sued us in retaliation. I guess when you got $250 million, you can pay fancy lawyers to try to scare folks who ask too many questions, rather than spend your money on, let's think about it, charity.
The rodeo is spending probably close to $1,500 an hour trying to keep you or trying to keep anybody from seeing their financial records. I guess we know why.
You gotta love the folks at the rodeo. They even brag about their retaliation, and that's bull of a different kind.
He went to the district attorney's office and asked for criminal charges to be filed against the rodeo, and that's why we're here in court.
The assault on the First Amendment is obvious. The rodeo even attaches our press releases to their lawsuits. That's why we've asked Judge Rabia Collier to dismiss their legal assault under the state anti-SLAPP law. It's a law that's designed to protect guys like me who sort of like this whole transparency thing. Twice this week, we've been spending money in court fighting with the rodeo. They clearly have more money than I do, by about $250 million, but this is a fight worth having. If they get away with it, we might as well just throw out the Texas charity law because it's vital that we track what happens to donations, even to the big bad rodeo. If we let them sue their way out of disclosure, that would be wrong. So I guess the lesson for all those young cowboys is get rich, then use the money to scare people. If that's the case, maybe the rodeo should actually give all the money the kids make at the animal auctions to them, instead of keeping most of it for themselves.
Back in the saddle again.